Habitable? That didn't sound promising. You sure this will work? I can go stay with Mom and Dad. Shudder. Ha! Yes, it will work. We're in the process of renovating that unit. The last one to be done. So you'll have to put up with Tyler doing some work, that's all. Tyler was Jamie's longtime best buddy. She remembered him hanging around with Jamie when they'd been younger. Nice kid, though he and Jamie had been equally gangly, awkward, and goofy. Tyler'd been tall and skinny with major orthodontic work. The two boys had been 16 when she'd left for college. Sure, that's fine, she typed back. Beggars can't be choosers. Then she added a smiley face, even though it was a sad truth. I'll let you know my flight details as soon as I book it. She looked around the nearly empty ranch-style house she'd shared with Michael the last 4 years of their 5-year marriage, filled with brilliant Arizona sun. She loved this house, and giving it up was hard. But in a way, it was for the best. There were painful memories here that she wanted to leave behind. She'd start over in Chicago. The uncertainty of her life filled her with churning dread. But it would be okay. She was okay. The last year had been a nightmare. But it was done now. And it was time to move on. She couldn't book a flight online because she had no credit cards anymore, so she had to go to a travel agent where she could write a check. She'd already sold their 2 vehicles, so she had to walk to the bus stop, which wasn't exactly close. In the 100-degree afternoon heat, she was soon wilted and sweaty. When she'd accomplished that errand, she had one more stop to make. She paused in front of the shop, eyeing the sign that said Diamond Joe's. She sucked briefly on her bottom lip, then entered. The small store was lined with glass display counters full of gold, silver, and gems that glittered in the fluorescent lights. She crossed to the back counter, where a man was inspecting a piece of jewelry with a loupe. He looked up at her and smiled, his round face creasing. He was round everywhere. The top of his bald head, his face, his belly in a strained white shirt. "Hello," he greeted her. "How can I help you?" She bent her head to look at the diamond wedding set on her left hand. She'd loved these rings so much. She couldn't help but remember the day Michael had proposed to her, how giddy and in love they'd been. Probably too young to get married, but with stars in their eyes as bright as the diamonds on the engagement ring. They'd imagined a perfect life together. An ache of loss and regret bloomed inside her. She'd sold nearly everything else of value they had. She'd resisted selling the rings, even though she had no daughter to pass them on to, and her marriage had been a shell. Because at one time they had meant something. They'd meant so very much. Her throat thickened as she slowly pulled the rings off. "I'd like to sell these." 2 weeks later, she stood in the kitchen, surveying the boxes of household items, trying to decide what to pack and what to get rid of. It was painful to contemplate giving up the Lagostina cookware, Henkel knives, and KitchenAid mixer. Even more than it had been to decide which designer shoes to keep and which to send to consignment. The doorbell rang. Her head jerked around. Who could that be? Frowning, she headed to the front door to see her mother standing on the doorstep. She threw open the door. "Mom! What are you doing here?" Mom smiled and opened her arms for a hug. "I came to help." Arden moved into her mom's embrace, and as her mother's arms closed around her, emotion surged into her throat painfully. She hugged her mom back, and they stood together for a moment. Then she drew in a shaky breath and pulled back. "I told you not to come." "I know you did." Arden stepped back, and Mom picked up her small suitcase and followed her inside. "Nice and cool in here," Mom said, fanning herself. "I had to come, honey. You're all on your own, trying to pack up things in this huge house all by yourself." "I can handle it." She'd been determined to be strong and self-reliant.